of us today, just the three of us.
Yep, just the three of us.
Okay. By the way, Happy New Year. Hopefully 2021 will be better for all of us.
Okay, where are you going? Are you going to be on holiday or what?
Tak ada lah, mana mau pergi holiday, semua COVID. Jangan. Takut lah.
Tapi kayu bersekat.
Kayu bicycle, I ada road bike aja. I think yang paling jauh pun maybe I may just kayu sampai pergi Bentong lah, lepas tu balik lah.
Wow, that's far away, man.
Okay
I just did last Sunday 70 kilometer. I follow road bike.
Where you go?
I go to have a breakfast in Branang from pagi.
Branang. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So there is a 7 road bike, and I'm the only one mountain bike. So I think I bomb at 44 kilometers until 50 kilometers, and then after that I recover. Then only after that I recover a bit. Wow, so I cannot tahan road bike.
Cannot tahan.
So fast the guy.
That's why road bike memang.
Because they are very light, right? So they can climb the hill faster, easier compared to the mountain bike.
Exactly.
All right.
Hey, come over my place. We go Genting Sempah.
Yeah, maybe one day. Let's finish our work first. Actually, Arif also have a bicycles, but I'm not sure he's going to ride or not.
Jom, pergi kayu. So this one, sorry, can you introduce? I haven't. First time I meet your friend. Azrai or Arif?
My name is Azrai actually.
Azrai, okay.
Yeah, people call him Arai, but I'm calling him Arif because I don't know. I don't know the history of Arai, but I only know Arif. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think. Okay, let me start. Okay.
Sure.
So Arif, actually, June. I met him. I don't know. Maybe somewhere in 2018 or 2019. We just exchanged cards. Then he called me back one day to sell me an insurance, but I refused. Then I asked for help to introduce me to the Chinese market. So then he introduced the real himself. That he also have an IT company. So then,
both also real, okay? Both also real.
Okay.
Just I run multiple businesses.
Okay. So then, then he opened up the windows of opportunities. So then I think one of the product that we are carrying on is Max that we found is maybe it's a straightforward and easier to deploy to your network. For example, you have a communication or network with the manufacturer because most of the manufacturer in Malaysia is a Chinese company. So I think is a good friendship or with these collaborations that we did that we can work together. Hopefully we can have our first non-Bumis opportunities this 2021. Yes? Yes or yes? Yes, right.
Yes. Let's work toward it.
Yep. So, okay. So me and Arif, we've been working together previously, quite a few projects together. I think back, maybe around 4 to 5 years back, we know each other. He's very young fellas. I think, Arif, how dah 30 belum?
I'm 28 this year.
This guy is so young, man. 28, man.
Ada lagi.
Well, but he started his business early, so it's good for him. So I also love to work with him. So we've been working together on the last project to deploy these marks. So now we are looking into more opportunities to work together, and then this is the one. Okay, Arif, I hand over to you.
Okay. Right. I will show you a quick demo.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe got suara macam kurang dengar.
Oh.
Okay.
Your yeah, cannot hear lah, very muffled.
Kena angkat satu mic.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to explain a bit about the software lah.
Boleh.
So it's in my laptop lah right now. So this is the Mark report lah. So in summary, the Mark is actually a workflow engine. So you can digitalize your business process or workflows, configure it in the system lah. So for this demo, I have two business process lah. Basically a sales and a warranty claim. So right now you are seeing the dashboard. So on the dashboard, there's like the items in the workflows are called documents. So it's something can be changed out. So there's three things like the open document, assign document is something you assign. My documents is the one that you created, but not
Wait,
necessarily.
I pause you here first. What I'm seeing here is it live SaaS already, or this is sort of like a on-premise that is sitting in your machine?
It's on-premise sitting on my machine.
But it's browser-based lah.
It's a browser-based.
Okay. Thank you. Carry on.
So speaking open is a document text or whatever you can call it later being open in the system. Sign is the one that is assigned to you. My document is something that you created but does not necessarily being assigned to you right now. So on the left there's the navigation. So this one has the admin rights. So the first icon is the dashboard. The second icon, the plus icon, is the workflow that you have you have access to create. So for example, currently I configured the sales CRM. This user can create. Then you have the list. So I think this is for external integration that you can pull external data from somewhere and put it into the system.
Okay.
Then you have these workflows. So these are the workflow configurator. This is the organization. So you can configure your organization into the system. Then you have user roles. So you can like configure whatever your job rate or so on in the system. Finally, these are the users. So currently there's 4 users in the system. So this is still CRM workflow. So basically it has 4 stages: prospect, qualified, negotiating, and close.
Is it just 4, or I can actually customize it to multiple different ones?
You can customize. I will show you the workflow configurator later.
Right.
So right now this one has one close. So for one, this is how it looks like. So you have the details. So the one on the details card actually is something that configurable. You can add your own field. There's different type of field.
Okay. Has this been tested on multiple devices already, or this one is just only running on desktop?
I tested on mobile, so it's going to be very long page.
I see. Looking good, bro. Looking good. You wrote this from scratch yourself, or this is developed by a team of people?
Right now we have only 2 developers working on this.
Yourself included lah.
Myself included.
Okay,
And one project manager.
I see. You're the project manager lah. Power, bro. I'm impressed. I'm actually pretty impressed. Yeah, please carry on.
As I explained just now, the details, the field is configurable. Right now we have 6 kind of fields. We are adding more type of fields in the future.
So you can actually add the fields to different things.
Yes.
Okay, so can you show me? No, I tell you what, my brains are doing somersaults now. You carry on first. You carry on first. I will ask you scenarios afterwards.
Okay.
Maybe you can write down in the chat so later on we can go it one by one.
Yeah, sure.
So then there's the activities card lah. So right now it's only configured to have 3 activities lah. But there can be a lot of activities lah. So right now we have a POC for printing company. So we are trying to make this configurable so that we can log any other activities also lah. So
Okay.
then we have these history cards. So basically this history card will track the movement from this one stages to another stages lah. So there's 4. So right now it's closed. So it's like 3 history. He has moved 3 stages. So with this history actually you can generate report lah. How long it's been in that particular stages. How long before it's been.
Can you show the report?
Right now I think this one doesn't have the report right now. Okay, this one is the histories lah. Then finally there's a comments lah. So basically it's the generic comments lah. I mean anyone can leave the comments, maybe asking something on the.
Who puts the comment here?
Okay. You mean who can write or like?
Yeah, who can write the comments here?
Right now it's like free for all. Anyone that has access to these documents can write the comment.
Oh, I see. What is your product vision, by the way?
Okay, so basically we want to be just a workflow engine. We doesn't really like target specific vertical, whether we want to be a CRM or service desk.
Okay. Is there more you want to show? Or
Yes,
that is it?
another one is the
Configurator.
configurator. So these are the configurator lah.
Okay.
If we take a look at the sales CRM lah. So this basically the configurator will have 3 things. The fields. This is the where you can add or remove fields. Then we have the status. These are all the stages lah.
Which you can customize as well.
Then you have the transitions. So basically transition is the action for you to move from one stages to another stages lah. So the transition does not necessarily be linear lah, from A to B to C to D. It can be A to C, A to D, A to Z.
Is there like can I see like activities from daily to weekly to monthly? Is it possible?
Because this station doesn't have report configured. Yeah, it doesn't have report. But if you want the report, I can pass you the screenshot later after the.
Yeah, because in a CRM, I mean, I see a few potential use case here, but as far as CRM is concerned, the reports itself is actually very important, you know. Coming from a sales perspective, I want to be able to configure it to the point that I can identify where the weak links are. For example, you know, whether you know my sales, whether the weak link is in the activities itself, or is it in the pitch itself, you know, or where does the weak point lie? Right now, I can't see this in the sales CRM. You know, of course it's configurable, but I'm just wondering how in depth can we go with this?
Okay. Let me.
Yeah. So if you can show it to me, then you know, if they are ready, then I think, oh, this one can go places already. But if it is just like that, then I think we may have to sit down and crack our heads a little bit. Okay, so is this comparable or compatible? Let's say if I were to import database from SAP, can I integrate this with, for example, SAP or SAS?
I mean, it's open to integration. So what we have, what one of the idea that we have in our mind is that that this can be interfaced to the SAP maybe records or something. Then
But is it ready? Is it ready per se?
we can tap the SAP. We can.
Oh, it's possible now, is it?
Yeah, because I
Do you have a use case to show?
Right now doesn't have, but
Not yet,
I did one of the client before, almost similar things. They are doing customer support lah. So what we did this as the interface to their SAP records.
So how many clients do you have using this using this CRM workflow right now?
Okay, the one version before I did was on MAHP, Malaysia Airport.
Okay, they're still using lah.
They're still using, but that's like one version before lah. This is the most recent.
It's the latest version lah.
We did from ground up lah, this one.
Okay.
So the one that MAHB, the one that on the MAHB, I have the report, but I cannot show you.
Of course. Maybe you can pixelate it.
Let me try to get the reports out.
Yeah. So what else as far as the sales CRM workflow is concerned?
So I think that's so because we are not selling just as a CRM. So basically,
I know. But is based on, let's park at sales CRM first. Is there a dashboard that I can look into?
Yeah, icon. Okay.
What kind of dashboard?
I don't know. You show me first. What kind of dashboard? I also don't know.
Okay, because right now
what kind of dashboard you have?
the only dashboard that the one that this version has is actually the task dashboard.
Yeah, can you just? Oh, this is the one lah.
The task dashboard.
I see. So the items, whether it's open documents, whatever, it's just a list of things lah.
Yep.
Can I customize? For example, let's say I'm an end user. Can I customize my dashboard? Let's say I want to see in chart format, plot according to timeline or according to performance basis.
I can tie up the chart into the system. It's possible lah.
Currently no lah. Currently tak ada lah.
Out of the box, it's simple. Then we get the user requirements, what they want to put in, then we tie it up lah.
I see. Can you give me a sample of charts that you can tie up? And can I take a look at it?
One chart. Okay, hold on. Let's share with you after the presentation.
All right, Ken.
So who's Farhan?
Oh, Farhan, he just joined. He's our partners, our teams.
Right. Is he the singer?
He's the other guy who developed this thing also with Arif, the developer. Say hi to Jun Wu, bro.
Okay. Can I see what else you want to show? Why don't you show me everything first?
Another workflow that we configured for demo actually is the warranty claim lah. So this one yet. So instead of you thinking about CRM, you can think about the service desk lah. Someone came in warranty, then you report here.
Yep.
Then you move it through the process lah. So one of the things that we do for SharePort is lost and found.
Okay.
So what the customer service rep do is they create the ticket here. Then that ticket is tied to an object on the SAP. So that the back-end office in the luggage and so on, they can use the SAP to update the ticket. Then it moves. Once it's moved on SAP, then it will also move here lah. So, so that's one of the scenarios lah. So basically, these two workflow is that to show you the kind of solution that Marks can do lah. So it's not just
when you say workflow, basically you're talking about these boxes here, like new, review, processing, completed. This is the workflow that you're talking about, like that. Hello, Arif?
Yes, that's the workflow lah.
Right. Can I track, what does your user log look like?
User log will be very simple. It almost similar. So for user, so it's going to be the dashboard.
No, I mean when I say user log, I mean as the admin, for example, do I know who logged in at what time, what they did, where? It's more for audit purpose.
We have the audit.
But it's not shown currently, right?
Yeah, it's not shown.
Yeah, we have that log inside this band, inside the database, but we didn't show it right now.
Right.
I can show you the what kind of data available lah.
Sure.
Okay, hold on. I need to change the.
Are the records blockchained?
Not really. It's just a database with append only function. Hold on.
Right. So the workflow, is it linear, or I can actually branch it to different things?
You can branch it.
Yeah, you can branch it.
Okay, these are some of the audits of what we've been taking. Can you see?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
So basically, if status changing or whatsoever,
Right.
So you have the old
So
data.
I will know lah. I will know which user. Okay. Okay. Can this be integrated to, say, WordPress websites?
How do you want it to be integrated?
For example, now, are you familiar with WooCommerce?
Yeah, I know
Yep.
WooCommerce.
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
we've been using it.
Yeah. But WooCommerce, what's the problem with WooCommerce?
Reporting.
Is there a problem, like in your experience, is there a problem with WooCommerce?
Not for me. I think it's quite full of plugins. A lot of things you can do with that.
Yeah, because of the plugin, it's very a lot of things can break.
Yep, that's correct. So that's why you need to choose a plugin that is well supported, that is well maintained.
So in this case, right, if you talk about workflow, So let's say if I can I integrate this to a say for example a shopping cart, and then I customize my own purchasing workflow. This is one scenario lah. Is that possible?
So the shopping cart, then send it to the workflow.
Somebody let's say somebody place an order,
Okay.
and then it goes into this system, and then internally the company will, you know, whatever the company lah, every company have their own unique workflow ma. So I receive the order, then basically I can customize how I want to process the order all the way to delivery, and then I push some of the information back into WordPress. Some of the information shoots out to the customer through email, for example, and stuff like that.
That is very much doable.
Yeah, very much doable.
Okay.
The only thing that we need to know is the structure of your orders, and then after that we just do a matching with the bank
Sorry, the structure of the what? Sorry,
orders.
the structure of the orders, as in the purchasing flow lah.
Yes, in your WooCommerce. So how the data, what data that you want to pull from the WooCommerce. So there is
Can this be made to? Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
So we can do is a few ways. So one of the way that is we can do it easily is using the WordPress or the WooCommerce API. So we just can pull from the WordPress site, and we just put it back into our systems. Then we also can update back to the WordPress. So that's
the other scenario I want to ask is, let's say some companies already have their accounting system, for example, right? But the accounting system is just an accounting system. It's not integrated with their website, so therefore when the purchasing comes in, you know, they have to do a lot of manual work in order to then, after they process the buy, the purchases, whatever, only they key the data into the accounting system. So can this be integrated to some existing accounting ERP? I don't know what accounting ERP lah. It could be anything. This is just one of the scenarios.
Okay. I did one integration with QuickBooks before.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that straightforward, but it's doable.
Yeah, doable lah, but not that straightforward lah, right?
That's straightforward.
How many man days do you spend, by the way, to integrate with QuickBooks?
We spent about 3 weeks, I think.
Okay lah, 3 weeks. 3 weeks is just for the integration.
Yeah, just for integration.
Wow. I see. Okay, so can you show me your code structures? I mean, how robust is your code? Yeah. Because what I'm trying to say here is, for every change, right, how containerized are your codes?
Before we go there,
Yeah.
show some of the spot that we have done.
This is one of your clients, is it?
Yeah. So I disable all the values right now.
Sure.
So these are some of the dashboard. This is the performance dashboard they show on this one, the blue one.
Okay.
These are the one that been shown on their PV at their call center.
Okay.
So this, so you can integrate the numbers and so on. So it's possible. This we have done.
This is for service desk service dashboard, is it?
Yeah, service dashboard.
Okay.
So the other one is the other one is this one is a bit of report lah. So this
Kipas tu.
Okay. Okay.
okay. So this is basically a report lah. If you click on each one, basically you can drill down lah. So, so right now these are the one that I think.
Can you show me a sample of the drill down? How does it look like? I mean, I don't need to know the values. I don't need to know who your clients are. I just want to see the thing in action if that's possible.
I mean the testing tool is not I can get the screenshot later.
Okay, understand.
Because the server I need to use another machine to access.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, corporate. Certain thing that they put. No. Okay. So going back to you're asking about the container, right? Okay. A lot of our client we deploy on AWS. So it's serverless. So mostly run on Docker. So basically we deploy the software as container lah.
Now, if a component, let's say I have a software, and let's say there's a component that is no longer, what's the word? No longer valid to my process. Let's say my process changed already, okay? And whatever the software that has been customized, whatever, is no longer usable in a sense that because my process has changed, not that the software is not usable, my process has changed, right? And in this scenario, it requires me to only change a small piece of the code to update my process so that it runs according to my process, for example, right? How robust is your software? Can it handle this kind of scenario? Let me give you an example. Now, if you're familiar with waterfall programming, every change impacts everything else, right? And because of one change, sometimes it creates bugs that you don't know where it's going to appear. That's the nature of waterfall programming. However, if the code structure is very containerized, very modularized, and when you want to change certain things, you only need to touch a particular module, and that's it. It doesn't impact the other sets or the other structure of the code. Then this kind of code structure becomes very robust, right? So I'm just wondering, like, how robust is your architecture?
Oh, very high-end questions.
I need to like think the answer. So
I'm sorry?
yeah, I need to like put my thoughts.
Sure.
First thing is the code are being organized as you have the core and you have a client specific. So in the application, you have a core folder where it doesn't touch. I mean, normally we don't touch that on the client. Then we have the app specific where's the customization happen. So a lot of client that we do, we write the test code lah. I mean, there's a test because the client's code lah. I mean, the client. Normally we don't touch the core unless we update the version lah.
Okay. So if there's, sorry, carry on first, Arif.
So if we going to do changes, we update the test code, we do the change, and we run again the test code to check whether the anything good. So implementation wise, we don't update the core unless we do the migration exercise. Maybe that takes 1 to 2 months to move to the next major version.
Oh, 1 to 2 months. So let's say, if I'm the client and let's say I needed this change due to some economic or market emergency, for example, right? Let's say in this case, let's say lockdown extend to 14 January, and then suddenly there's a change in the regulation, whatever. I only have 3 weeks to change my process and whatever. I need the software to comply with my process. Can you guys ship out a change within weeks?
Okay, I think we can do weeks, but at the end of the day, what's the process? The sign off.
Yeah.
I think a lot of time that process takes longer than.
Yeah, I understand. But let's just say, if we need to ship out a particular segment of the code to update the entire workflow or whatever, that can be done within weeks.
Yeah, it can be done in.
I see. Okay.
I mean, the last time we did there are some changes for GST, right?
Sorry, within what? Weeks?
Within a week.
Within a week. Okay. So your coders right now are all locals or how? Where are your coders from?
All local. Right now, on the new version, only me and Farhan is doing the development.
I see. Okay. Right. Okay, in terms of commercial, right? How does this work? Let's say, let me give you a scenario. Let's say there's a client who comes along and say, hey, we want to automate our procurement process. Let's say, because now you got no procurement workflow. So I want to automate my procurement process, and they have certain unique process flows, etc. How is this going to work? Like, can you walk me through how do you actually do this for the client?
Sofian, you want to do this or me?
Okay. Yeah. So basically, what we do is first we need to understand the process that you're going to involve within the company. For example, what we did, we discussed with the PIC, the person in charge for the company. So they will explain the process that they want, what they are doing right now, the processes that they are currently running, and then what the things that they want to measure. So most of the company, they want to measure time, the persons, the resources, the human resources, and also their own resources. For example, like the paper, the ink, and also the money. So so the only thing is where they want to meet, what is the which mile they want to measure, and which group they want to measure. Then they have to be an input form for them to keep in all the data. Is it either manually or he can be done.
Can we do an actual or rather it's a simulation? I just want to see how this is done. Let's say I can give you the process right now, right? So I'm going to give you a very simple process right now. Can you actually show me how the workflow is customized? Like can we do this on the spot, or this is actually going to take some time?
I mean, if you have a very simple 4-5 step, I can show you how to configure it right now.
Okay, let's do it now. So let's say, all right, Sales guy goes. So let's say sales guy brings in a deal, right? So then there is the deal that comes in. There is a, what do you call that? A sales order lah. So the sales order comes in, right?
Okay. Okay.
So after the sales order comes in, then the sales order needs to be processed into a few documents, right? So first of all, it needs to be processed into what we call, actually it's all in my head right now. Sales order come in. So you gotta, then you have the project scope. Sales order, then there's a conversion into the project scope.
Can be more
Then
specific?
Then there is a material list.
It is not simple anymore, so it's going to be complex.
Just go ahead first. Let me.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So then there is the apa ni? Delivery. Hold on, delivery order not yet. I can't remember what's the term lah, but it's like an invoice one. So the sales order comes in, converts into project scope. Project scope basically states what are the things that needs to be done, you know. Then what kind of materials required, which is a second document, materials list, and then the third is it's a document that the accounting department needs to churn out a sales order. Sorry,
Okay.
an invoice.
Right. So maybe
From this, hold on, from these three documents, right?
Okay.
The project scope will then convert into the project status, etc. Eventually issuing a delivery order, right? So, I mean, I've simplified this process just for the sake of demo. Can you show me how this is done?
So I create the sales order workflow.
Okay.
Right. Oh, you memang ada ni lah. Memang ada sales order workflow lah.
I just created.
Oh, you just created. Okay.
So then we create the first one will be anyone lah for now. Okay. So new. Then maybe we put the scoping. Manager or
sprained my ankle last week from a trail run.
Wow.
I can't do anything right now. Tak boleh lari, tak boleh hiking. Cycle also I haven't tried yet. I don't know whether I can cycle.
Material status.
By the way, the roles I can create as many roles as I want, right?
Yeah, that's the role function here.
Okay.
Then material. And then the next invoice simple we call it as payment. Delivery. So you have basically 6 from new scoping, new scoping, payment, and finally completed. Okay. So
is this a linear? Is this like a linear process, or multiple departments can actually go in and work on this? How does this work?
So I show you the another part of the configuration first.
Yeah.
So next is transition. So next one is project scope from new to scoping. Then from payment to delivery is ready for delivery. Finally delivered.
So it's pretty much drag. No, it's not even drag and drop yet.
So order number lah.
I notice, is there a reason why you make it the entry such that it is data entry instead of drag and drop objects?
Right. I haven't think through the drag and drop behavior actually.
I see.
I mean-
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I have the drag and drop interface done somewhere. I don't think it's ready like for demo.
No worries. No worries. I'm just curious.
It's a bit clunky.
Okay.
Okay. So
Sophian,
Yeah.
by the way, how are you guys funding this development? All bootstrap at this point
Some
in time, or
people
is
call
there
it-
like a?
Yeah, some call it bootstrap, but we call it our own.
So there's no investors whatsoever, lah.
No.
Okay. Or rather, it's actually funded by your paid users, right now.
Yeah,
How many paid users do you guys have now?
I know what I want.
Right now, only one.
Yeah, only one.
okay, so these are the sales order. I mean the bot lah.
Mm.
So you have this. Sales order.
Okay.
Okay, then you have order. Maybe you put here scope.
Workflow. Can this be adopted to, let's say, if I want to automate my email marketing, for example? Can this be integrated to, stuff like, I don't know, MailChimp, Facebook, and then I track the market interaction with my social media and email. Can this allow that kind of
Yeah, it can be done.
functionality?
It can be done, but I
But-
think it's not practical
It's not available there, lah. It's not available yet.
because it can be done. Only thing is the time we're going to consume more to the integration to the social media and also the email marketing platform. Because
I'm sorry? The
because
time is what? Sorry?
to do the integration with the social media and also to integrate with the email sending platform like MailChimp. So I think there is a lot of software that is doing that already. Maybe they can use that and because they already done but sometimes for us to do it again, I think a very lot of time to do that.
So what is the USP of this Mux?
It's a workflow management systems that is normally expected by if they are in the enterprise level, they're going to use a lot of they're very high, the expensive workflow management system that already have like SAP, Microsoft, so all that kind of thing. So
What is the one pain that you guys are solving?
because most of the thing they are doing is manually and it's not easy to track. So by using this workflow, all the processes that is currently doing is done manually, right? Easily, and people not easy to forget about it. So if there is something that is coming up, for example, like you need to follow up on a certain thing, then the system will automatically notify you in the process.
So speaking of which, how does this? Is there like a notification feature in here?
Yes, it is.
How does it notify?
Right now it's all email.
Through email lah.
Yep.
So how do I set flags? You know, for like you know, if it's what's the word?
Trigger.
Okay, in sales CRM, right? So let's say you bring in a sale and the sale is still, no, sorry, you bring in a prospect and the prospect is still in a particular stage and it has not moved for 3 weeks, for example. And let's say in our internal policy, for example, if it sits there for more than 2 days, it needs to be flagged already. So how do I set this kind of flagging?
Hold on.
I'll let him finish first.
Similarly, yeah, sure.
Why your become colored your screen.
You dalam disco ke? Disco light.
Okay. If each status actually, we have this SLA field.
So then,
Right. So let's say if I put 1 day, then after 1 day, if the fella didn't move, then it will flag lah.
Yeah, it will flag, and in this particular part, if it's breached the SLA, is going to be red lah.
I'm sorry, red lah.
It's going to be red if I'm not mistaken. If this.
But can I assign the flagging to a specific person? So let's say I'm the manager, and then under me there is like 10 other staff, right? And in this particular example, this prospect B is brought in by my sales staff called, I don't know, let's say Mutu lah. So after 1 day, the thing didn't move, then the notification needs to come to me and it needs to go to Mutu. Is it possible? Like, can I set it that way? Is it already possible?
Is already possible. I think if right now if the SLA is notified to the ticket assignee. Let's say if this scoping ticket assigned to this user, if it's breach SLA, is going this particular user, Duncan Smith, will get the notification.
But does it go to his superior?
If you want to go one level up, I think that's one that we need to customize a bit, the notification.
I see. Okay. What's the function on your far left? The last one, the bottom one.
Which one?
Yeah, what was that? Telescope.
System. Wait.
it's a debugging tool.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, so in terms of commercial, so let's say, for example, I'll just use the procurement workflow just now lah. Scoping, this one, right? So let's say, this is what we want and I want to get started. What am I looking at?
Okay, so I mean, for the like the flow that you gave just now, normally what we do, we take from you, we document it. I mean, we redraw again the workflow for the system. Then you sign off. Then we configure like I did just now lah. So the configuration won't take that long lah. It's going to be like 1 day work lah.
Right. So it's just a one day setup. So and then you to install this whole system into the client's place, the whole works, the whole project. Let's just size up the whole project and roughly how much are we looking at? What how does the commercial work?
Okay. I mean, if there's free flow, there's no custom integration and so on.
Mm.
Use whatever out of the box available. I think it's going to be like 1 week work lah.
Mm.
So I mean the installation normally you take half a day to a day lah.
Mm.
Depends
Mm.
what kind of platform we deploy.
So otherwise, if there's customization, basically you're charging man days per man day lah.
Yeah, I mean one of the paying client right now is a lot of customizations lah. One like very complex and custom form lah.
So the customization and all that you will be charged as per project, software development project lah.
Yes, software development project.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Would you, like how open are you guys for the collaboration? What are we looking at?
I will let's talk about this.
What is it?
Let me. I'll take on this. We are looking for the introducers company like you. Then we can, when you have potentials or needs, then we can support you in terms of like preparing the presentations, the demo, and prepare the other proposals and also for the submission.
Sorry, Sophian, can you repeat? Lines like breaking up a bit.
Yeah. So what we do, we can help you to close the deals wherever lead that you have. So for example, we can create a demo, we can do a presentation on behalf of you. We also can do proposals and also submission for the submission document, for example, that support your submission to the customers. So that's what we are opening up. So only things maybe that we don't really open up is on the development. So most of the development by our own team for the development. So for the marketing, for the leads, then that's what we're
Okay. Is this is this how flexible are you guys? Like, is this how you want to do it and there's no other way about it, or you're still flexible to open or explore other ways of working?
We are open for the to explore a new kind of collaborations. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Now, just so you know, I'm quite careful about working with other people, right? So I'm glad you guys take the time to actually help us understand, etc. Because in the past, I've worked with a few establishments like you guys as well, but of course, bloody Indians are so. So I got burned a few times myself, so I'm a bit careful.
Okay.
So in that sense, right, at the moment with what you told me, I don't see a very big runway how this can work. But since you say you're open to explore other ways of working together, let me look at how we can actually work together in a bigger scale. All right, because introducer, all this, not nice to play lah. Okay, not nice to play. Now I do see that with your workflow automation, I see some potentials. I see a lot of other bigger potentials. However, that is not currently available in your system right now. All right. So I wanna just, if you will, if with your permission, if you allow me to play around with it as a sandbox, and then I want to see if we could, work out something that can address an immediate market need. Because right now, after looking at the demo, while there are some workflow automation, right, I feel that there are a lot of things that are still lacking, in my opinion. For example, sales CRM. If I want to take this to a client and automate their sales workflow, right? There are a lot of things that are not available right now. So, compared to, let's say, Microsoft 365, what do you call that? Their CRM, what is it called? Dynamics 365, or maybe Agile CRM, or even SAP. I might as well go with that, right? So right now, I don't understand yet what is your price point and how is it like. I can't see where the advantage is as compared to those. Whereas if I were to look at it as, let's say, I can automate this as a procurement workflow system, there are also procurement softwares outside, and there are some SaaS models outside which people can use. There are other options. So in that sense, right, if I were to take this product and go to market, I need to be able to have that sort of the USP, or even a differentiator. So right now, it's the software Mux is very pliable, right? However, maybe I don't understand it yet, but I can't see where the differentiator is right now. So I need to play around with it. Then, if you will, perhaps, I don't know whether you call it, customize it a bit further or whatever, then we can go to market. Because there are a few clients I see your software can potentially work for our clients, right? But I guess at the same time, they are also looking at other competitors as well. So I need to find that edge to kill the other, not kill, but sort of differentiate us from the other competitors. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see where you're going to, but I think we are not positioned ourselves as a competitor to the big market right now. So there are like SAP, Dynamics, and few others that is already on the market. Yeah, so where we are right now, we are more looking at the new segment of the market. Is they need a workflow only, so they can choose SAP and such things. But there are too many other features that they do. So what we are coming with a slim solution for them. We get there only via.
You mean like Zapier? Is Zapier your competitor then? Because Zapier basically is an integration tool. So with Zapier, I have multiple different components. I can integrate it into a workflow. So
you're not like the Zapier. Zapier is not our competitor. Zapier can be our partners also, one of the segments. Like we are not open yet. Our API is not really open to other systems. So Zapier can be our complement system later on. So maybe what we're looking right now, maybe a small and medium player. There is need and automation in the process flow for their daily work process, to solve their problems and give them a good business life for them. So it doesn't have to think to look into a very repetitive works that they have to do it in make it work. So that utility will be done on our system now. With the
So for example, Sufyan,
Yeah.
Like the case study I gave to Arif just now, the procurement, he did the whole thing, and he mentioned that it only takes about a week to actually put everything together and ship it to the client, for example.
Yeah.
In that case, right, how much are we looking at?
we our pricing position right now is about around 50,000. That is what. So that's what we do.
So to start with, I gotta pay you 50,000 for you to, do a few clicks to do my process, and then I get to use it. And it's a yearly subscription, or this is like one off and then it sits in my AWS server, for example. Which one is it?
Okay. Ultimately, we want to do this one as a service, software as a service. So it's going to be sit on our own server. So then we charge it like a basis, subscription base. But for the starting up right now, people would like to get attractions. So we're looking at the per installation basis first. So it's going to be on your premise, or also can be on our own choosers cloud.
Sorry, I can't make out what you're saying.
So for the right now, because we are at the starting up position right now, so we are looking more to the per installation basis. But if a customer
customized solution, you mean? You mean customized solution?
Yeah, customized solutions.
I see.
Yeah, if you remember last time when we discussed. So
I remember because I remember I told you this is the right way to go forward. You can't just jump into doing SaaS straight away.
Yeah.
You don't have enough of the financial muscle to manage, or rather maintain the SaaS. Okay, customized solution. So what I'm asking is, I'm not sure if the line was clear. If we were to just set it up, no customization, straight out of the box, it's going to cost me 50,000. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. It's going to be cheaper.
Sorry?
It's going to be cheaper.
What are we looking at?
We don't have the figure yet.
I'm sorry?
We don't have that figure yet. How much? If it's our
right. So it seems like right now there are still a lot of things that are still work in progress. Am I right?
I think how many percent? Because the target, we have a few targets of the system. So right now, on our first target, I can say it's about 80% to 90%. So we've done that. Maybe now less is on the reporting generation that we do that. So for our first target to release this software, it's about 80% to 90% is the range. So after that, once we want to improve that, after that we can release a new version time by time.
I see. Okay. Okay, I have no further questions today. There are quite a few things I need to work out first in my mind to see how we can move this forward. My overall feel is it's a great start. At the same time, I felt that it looks like it's neither here nor there at the moment. So I want to find I want to give it a more solid shape, so that I can actually bring this to market, at least our set of clients. All right. So give me, since this is recorded, right? Let me go through this with my partner Chian, and then give us some time to think about how we can work together to go to market with this mugs. And then we will get back together with you to discuss the next step lah. Are you guys okay to give us 2 weeks time to work this out?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, I want to add to the work in progress. So because right now we are like handling one paid customer and another customer coming.
Mm.
So actually a lot of features, like a lot of the general features has been part-line, but I think a lot of resources has been put to like complete the paid customers requests and
Sure. I understand. I'm not putting down your software. It's just that I felt right now that there needs to be a clearer form of structure lah. Of course, you have you have customers that you can actually customize for them, etc. So what I'm trying to say is that at this moment, from my standpoint, at least for my bundle of clients, I want to find a way or a niche or some form to show it to them, because as it is right now, it's from my perception from my perspective right now, it looks neither here nor there. The good thing is, because it is pliable, it can be made into a lot of different types of software, simply because it's a workflow tracker, it's a workflow automator, right? And then the second thing, what I like about this is because it's simply made in Malaysia.
Yes, yes, that's the spirit.
No, I mean, to be honest, we have a partner from Singapore, right? And they specialize in procurement. Now the thing is, we have tried to bring their product to Malaysian soil. They're expensive, and at the same time, very rigid. Their software is very robust. However, the way they work is very rigid. So we felt, it's very difficult to work together if you're so rigid, because this is, after all, Malaysia. We're not living on a circuit board. Singapore to me is like living on a circuit board. So after all, this is Malaysia. So that's why my personal vision, all right, as far as DXFM is concerned. But by the way, Arif, I run a digital consulting firm as well. We do a lot of technology stuff, but we don't have coders, right? We have a few partners who help us with software development. But to me, I want, after all the crazy experience that I've gone through with Indian developers, etc., I want to deliver to our clients using local talents. That's why I told Sofian from the beginning, I want something that's made in Malaysia. We have international clients as well, and I want them to experience, Malaysian software development, Malaysian project management, which most of Singaporeans are Malaysians anyway. Right? Yeah. So my vision is to ship out to the world Malaysian talents, Malaysian made stuff that is of global standards.
Inshallah. We will.
It's okay.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I don't mind whatever,
Okay.
So that's why today, just so you know, I am impressed with what I see. I just need time to package together how we're going to work together and package together a story, how we can actually bring mugs to the market.
Yep.
So my brains are still doing somersaults now. So I need the thing to calm down, settle down. Then I can, meet you guys 2 weeks later to discuss how we're gonna, move forward lah. So in the meantime, can I request access or some limited access at least for me at least to be able to play around with your toy.
Okay, we have the demo instance. Let me make some changes first.
Yeah. Give me enough access. I mean, I don't need access to see your code whatsoever. I don't need the debugging tool. I just need enough access as a whether an admin or super admin at least to create scenarios and case studies. So from there, then it will help us to understand the true capabilities of Mux, and then that will help us form the go-to-market strategy.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
All right then. So thank you very much, gentlemen. Hey, before we go, do you have any questions for me?
Okay. Maybe you can explain what's the company name? Trans Effect. What's your company name again?
Oh, my company.
Yeah.
All right. DXFM.
DXFM.
It stands for digital transformation.
Oh, okay.
Now let me give you a little bit of background for Arif's benefit, because we just met anyway, right, with Arif. Now I've been in the insurance industry, right? But at the same time, my passion for technology has never left me. Okay, so I was roped into the SME Association Malaysia to help them with IR 4.0.
Okay.
Right. Back then, I ran a very small app development agency, a one-man show. My team is from India, right? I was developing apps for the F&B industry. Of course, in that process, I got burned like crazy lah, right? Bloody Indians. Ask them can or not, like that, whatever, so like that. But the code is like shit one, I guarantee you. So ever since after.
They are from Malaysia or from India?
India.
Oh, from India.
Because Malaysian business want it cheap, right? So the cheapest is really India, but the code is like shit. So in the end, right, I actually lost money running that business because where the money went to is to fix the shit, the mess that they left behind. So then that's why I decided you can't go cheap on this kind of stuff. Architecture is very important. The code structure is very important. I mean, if you screw up the structure, your code does not last long. Like you gotta start all over again, right? So anyway, I think 3 years later in the journey, I was asked to go by SME Association to help them with digital transformation within their association. So it was during that time I realized that digital transformation is actually not about technology. Digital transformation is about a perception change, right? Because if you don't change the way you do things, if you don't change the way you think about how you're going to do things in the future, your business is going to just be left behind and eventually fizzle out. Right? So therefore, when you change your perception of doing things the new way, then you know what are the right technology to adopt. But 90% of the market out there is telling people, hey, it's digital transformation, use this technology, use that technology. But DXFM, our message is different. No. Technology comes last. The first thing you need to change is your process. How you're going to go forward in the future, by adopting a process, a new process, because your old process don't work anymore simply because of technology. But if you want to move forward, you can't just look at all the different technologies because there's just too much already. Right, so therefore we are actually more of consultants. We're process consultants. We call ourselves digital consultants. We look at your business model. We look at your business strategy, then we advise on the right technology that you can adopt. You know, so when I looked at, because of the way we do it, and when I look at Mux, I felt that Mux is damn pliable. It's an advantage. However, to the clients, they don't see it. To them, this is neither here nor there. You know, I don't know what it can do. So therefore, that's why, in my opinion, the go-to-market strategy, at least right now, needs a lot of work, right? So basically, that's who we are. We right now, for DXFM, we do a lot of strategy work. We do a lot of digital marketing work. We do a lot of analytics. Okay.
Right.
So our strength is really in expanding market share, in going to market, in digital branding as well. While we also have the capability to actually build software and ERPs. But just so you know, like I said, we are a very small team of consultants. We don't actually do codings, etc. ourselves. We come from a very high level perspective.
Yep.
Okay, so our clients pay us for the strategy that we develop for them. So right now, having said that, that's where I see there is a great partnership potential right here, right? But as it is, as I mentioned, I need time to work out how we're going to partner and move forward together.
Yeah. So I think we have to complement each other, because you're going to go and see what they want, and possibly what we can help you to achieve what's your customer. That's what we are looking for with you. So here, okay, that's I'm really looking forward to take the journey with you in 2021. So what we can do.
Yes, made in Malaysia, bro. Made in Malaysia.
Yeah, it's not easy, you know. Most of the Malaysian company, they have to go out and then they establish overseas first, and then only Malaysia will recognize it. If we can do that way, then we do that way. So, but we are targeting something for the marks in 2021. We want to mark some achievement, so at least we can get a passive income from this solution that we have. Yeah.
Okay. So
for you, we are really looking for the if possible on the manufacturing side of the SME, because what we said just now, most of the manufacturing, which is Chinese company, we need to break into the market. Maybe you can help us here in the win-win situations, so we can work together. In your opinion.
I think in line with what you said, Sophian. That's the reason why I asked, for your permission to have access, at least for me to play around with the system first, the software first, so that I can create scenarios and to see how it can actually work out for them, because I'm looking for a story here. I'm looking for a product story here that I can penetrate into the manufacturing market. While we are actually consulting a few manufacturers, and they are asking, hey, which technology should I adopt? What's it good? We're doing feasibility studies for them right now. So until I can understand what Mux can do, it's gonna be a bit difficult for me to kelentong lah. So if you can give me that permission, then it will be great lah. It will be very helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I hope I've answered your question, Sophian and Arif.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else you want to ask about us?
Arif, I think
you're muted, Arif.
Nothing for now. I think I got everything.
Okay. Cool. All right
Okay.
then. So we'll catch up again. Maybe if you can send me this recording, and then drop me an email, if you will, so that I can actually go in and enjoy myself with Mux.
Sure.
Then we'll catch up in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Can we? Yeah. Can we take it offline to set our next appointment in 2 weeks' time?
Let me check.
Think,
Great.
yeah. I will discuss with Sophia lah when we available.
Can lah. Okay. All right then. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys soon next year.
All right.
All right, man.
All right. See you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.